The rest of you, if you just rattle your jewelry. Thank you. So we'd like to sing a song called Twist and Shout. 1, 2, 3.
Shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, now. Come on. Baby, work it on out. Work it on out. Good. You know you got me going now. Got me going. Just like I knew you would. Like I knew you would. Wow. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Oh, come on, baby, now. Come on, baby. Come on and work it on out. Twist so fine. Twist a little closer, let me know that you're mine. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, now. Come on and work it on out. Twist it, little girl. Twist so fine. Twist it a little closer, let me know that you're mine. Shake it up, baby. Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Now shake it up, baby. Shake it, baby. Now. Welcome to the talk show, ladies and gentlemen. That's perfect right there. It's Jesum the podcast. The podcast is always hosted by yours truly, Mr. Matthew Rocky Daniels. I go by Matt though, but my full name is Matthew Rocky Daniels, so I gotta throw it out there. I think I already said the date. Not that many people care. But yeah, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so why not film a quick little podcast for the folks out there at home. It's the day after Thanksgiving, and I just spent the entire day sleeping. I just slept right through it. Like I didn't care this year at all. It was just like almost like depressing kind of. It was just, I don't know. I mean, I stayed up the whole night before. Really, I guess you could say if I was celebrating Thanksgiving, I guess I'm fucking stuck in my tooth right here. Whatever. I pretty much celebrated enough the night prior. I'd say I celebrated enough the night prior. Just drank a lot and hung out with buddies, so that works. And then I got up and I ate today, so whatever, you know. There's nothing to complain about, really. I've said it before, the worst drug in the entire fucking world is well, besides like legitimate drugs, is pussy. Pussy is the greatest. I've been saying this forever, but I was just listening to part of Joe Rogan's podcast, and he said women are essentially drug dealers. They are essentially drug dealers with their pussy. And it's that I've been saying that for a long time now. So and he I wish I was as eloquent as Mr. Rogan was, so I could put it in those terms, but he did, and so I'm gonna quote him, and it's so true. You women out there are fucking drug dealers. You have the best drug available on you, literally on you. You can use, some people use it to their advantage, and that's not even what I want to talk about, is whether they're using it to their advantage or not. If I have a chick on the podcast, like a different chick, not previous my friend Katie, I'm not gonna have that conversation with her, but I need a conversation, especially a younger chick, someone who's like maybe 19, 18, 19, 20, well, yeah, because it would have to be at least, because I'm 21, so 18, 19, and I just want to get into their mind a little bit, get their perspective on especially how things are today in high school and growing up, and like how quickly they lost their virginity, because it's just getting crazy at this in this day and age. I mean, women are having their periods quicker and quicker now. They are earlier and earlier. Imagine what it's going to be like 50 years from now. You know, I mean, I don't know if it's more prevalent. It's hard to say if young sex, you know, young kids having sex, because that's the big thing. People don't like their kids to have sex at young. People are 12 years old and you had sex. Well, I mean, God, it's fucking awful. Whatever, I don't care. Fuck you if you give a shit right now. But fucking cigarette. What was I saying? Fuck, what the fuck was I gonna say? What was I talking? Oh yeah, have their perspective, because, oh yeah, I got it now. Losing their virginity at younger and younger ages, and who's to say that hasn't been going on forever now? It's just, everybody knows everybody's business in this day and age. We live in a completely different era than our parents did. It's a whole new day, just like they lived in a completely different era than the people in the late 1800s. You know, it's happening in, if you were born at least in the 80s, I'd say, you know, maybe early 90s, because I did, you know, because by 13 years old, when I was 13 years old, the internet was pretty prevalent. Not as prevalent as it is right now, but it was prevalent enough to the point where it was, you know. But I'd say it wasn't until like 2005 when things started to really pick up, when like MySpace became wicked popular, and then now there's Facebook and shit like that. So I mean, everybody can know everybody's business, and with Facebook nowadays, with their, you know, integrated streams and tagging systems and all that, which is brilliant because people love it, and Facebook has been dominating for a while now. MySpace never ever, they just didn't evolve. MySpace just never evolved. They needed to evolve, and they didn't. And when they did evolve, it was just shitty. It was really shitty, and Facebook was already way, way better at that point. But I'm not here to talk about social media. I'm just talking about, it's so much more prevalent now, where everybody wants to know everybody's business, with the TMZs out there, and the Farks and the Gawkers and the websites like that. You know, you can find out anything you want, basically, about pretty much anybody now. Anybody. It's nuts. So it's just, everything is a bit more prevalent now. I've used that word too much. I need to use a different word now. Everything is just, you get my point. I don't need to be searching for fucking words when it's just a solo podcast. I need to keep you entertained enough. I need to fix my hairline and shit. But I have gorgeous hair. I know I have pretty gorgeous hair. I just need to brush it. And I slept all day, so I didn't get to take a shower, so it's still immaculate. It's still fucking immaculate. I mean, look at this thing right here, huh? That's right. This is the only reason that I'm recording this. The main reason I wanted to record this is because it's just getting to the point where I just want to, I not want to, but have to, and need to find a way to move the fuck on. And that this brings it back to the fucking women are drug dealers. And then you fall in love with your drug dealer. That's the worst thing. You don't. There's a rule there. You don't go and fall in love with your fucking drug dealer. But I did. She wasn't my drug dealer. She's just my pussy dealer. And I don't need to get into the whole story. I just, fell in love with a chick and really, really deeply fell completely in love with her, and I still, feel like I love her, I do, and it's, we weren't even really, together, when we were together. It's a whole thing to get into, but just completely fell in love with this girl. And, I don't even want to get into why, that's between her and I and me. We just have a lot in common. We may as well be the same person. I'll put it that way. So it's we may as well be the same exact person, which actually people say isn't good for a relationship if you're too much alike, but because then I don't know why. I can't remember why, but it's just, I guess it's not the best. But at the same time, like it's not one of those what I know what they're trying to say, and it's not like that. It's just it's an extremely weird, like, she said it before I ever did, so I'm not saying it. It's to sound crazy or obsessed, which you could say I might be at certain points. I'm talking about just like soulmates. Like, that's how it felt. That's how it feels. Is a soulmate situation, and I mean, it was the best time ever for me without drugs. When we were both compatible with each other and we got along, and it was just great. It was just great for me, especially at the time, considering how bad I was with drugs. I needed something else, and things eventually spiraled out of control and got a little worse at that time, which sort of, in a way, fucked me in that whole situation, and not probably, and still does to this day. But anyway, she doesn't even live around here anymore. She's in California. She moved back with her dad to California like over a year ago now, and still just talking on the phone, or on the phone or on Facebook or whatever, however we can talk, which is rarely, and it kills me. And I mean, there's so much to get into, and I don't even want to really think about it because it's not fun to think about. I just don't like to even think about it, and that's because when I do, it's just like I just feel like I'll never find anybody like her again, and I won't find anybody. They do always say, like, your first love is like the worst. You never get over it. And I'd never, I slept around with only 3 girls prior to her, and it was just like a sleep around kind of thing. I never really had a fucking girlfriend, and even her and I, it would not be considered that, but it was still like it was still a relationship. It was still a relationship. That's what I'm trying to say, and she can be hard to read sometimes. No, a lot of the time, but I think that's always my fault, because I can be hard to read because I hold a lot of shit back, like true feelings, because I don't want to, like, those true feelings, I just want to keep them true, and I don't want them to, if I say it, then like, oh fuck, that was never true at all. This sucks. This is gonna bother me. That was just a little tangent right there, I think. But I know my voice sounds really low. That's because I'm medicated. Anti-anxiety medication. I didn't take it too much. I only took one. No, that's not what I'm prescribed. 1.5. I only took one because I don't need to take 1.5, because obviously one's doing the trick right now. I probably could have gotten away with just taking half. But anyways, back to the point. I don't know how I'll ever do it. I don't think, it's just like with Facebook. Like, I check my Facebook every day, and then you like the friends list thing right there, the friends list bar, like right on the right, like constantly. She's the first fucking, because her name begins with an A, so it's the first fucking picture right there. And then that below that is her son, who's like the most cutest, most adorablest, most, Aiden Farnsworth, model. I'm doing it. I'm plugging him now. He's gonna be a star one day. The kid's gonna be a star one day. I guarantee it. He's gonna be a star. He's gonna be a star. But it's like, it's her being in California, and I need to go to California. I'm going there regardless, whether she was there or not. I need to go there, because I do. I've explained why. I've explained why before. And I just, that's where I want to be for like a year or something like that, or at least a year, at least maybe a year and a half, something like that. And here's the thing, like, we've talked about me going out there and moving in with her, and I still might go out there for a visit, and then that's the thing, though, that could just reel me right back in, and it's like, fuck, just got me on that hook again, like, damn it. It's not her fault, it's absolutely not her fault at all. So, I'm not blaming her. I'm blaming stupid hormones and like pheromones. She was the first person to actually like bring up pheromones to me, and holy fucking shit, is that true? This chair right back here with the blanket over it, that was one of her chairs that her mom's, and she gave it to her when she moved into her apartment like 2 years ago, whatever it was. Wow, it was 2 years ago. Time flies. See, and I'm still like in love with it. And like when I got that chair just a few months ago, I could still smell her. Her scent was still on it, and like stuff like that. I see that, and that's gonna bother me. If you look up and you see the right between the door and the closet, you'll see at the top a 8x10 with a picture on the I guess it would be your left side, but on the right side of the picture, and with a pink note. And you know, that's always there. That's her with her kid, and just a note that she sent me. It means just nothing. It just says miss you, you know, blah blah blah. I hope you enjoy the pictures, you know. But I just put it there because, you know, it meant something to me. You know, it's like, okay, well, she thought of me. That's cool, you know. And it's just getting to the point now where I can't do everything to please her that she would like, and it sucks. It sucks. Like, I wish I could do everything in the world for her, and I mean, there's certain things that she's mad at me about, you know, but they're insanely they're so out of my control. I don't know how to explain it, or I do know how to explain it to her, you know, but just like I can't do anything about it, and I would. It's just stuff like that, and stuff like that she'll get so mad at me over, wicked, extremely mad at me over, that it's like I couldn't deal with that if we did end up getting together again, and like I don't think I could deal with that. I'm a very fragile person, and so is she, which is why like little things could get her bent out of shape, little things get me bent out of shape. You know, big things that this gets me bent out of shape, and it's just, I think of her like fucking all the time. And you know, whenever I stop, I'll end up having a dream with her in it. Like once a month, I'll have a fucking dream with her in it. Sometimes more than once a month. And they're always dreams. They're not like good dreams either. They're dreams where it's like she like, you know, we're friends, but we don't really like, almost like in every dream she's like acting kind of snobby towards me, sort of. It's like a sort of, like, it's a dream, so it's like 50-50. Sometimes it's like getting your hopes up in this dream, and then they get extremely let down, because that's, I guess, how I feel. Like my hopes were just put up, and then, you know, it's just a slow deflate, and that's what every dream is about. It's like a tease, it's a tease, and then like one dream, it was a huge tease, like fucking, like everything's going fine, blah blah blah, and then she's sleeping with somebody else. Cool. Real cool, you know. And that's a dream. That's a fucking dream. So it's just so hard to escape, and I don't know how to do it, but I guess you see, then I could talk to her like in 2 days, and then I'm fucked again, because I'd like to say, okay, from this day forward, I'm moving, I gotta move on, and I may never find anybody like her again, but you know, I could find people. I can find somebody, you know. I could find somebody that I would love. I also have standards though too. I do have some standards. I mean, just not like oh, your tits need to be big. Like, I don't care about that. You just need to be cute, not fat, and that's rad with me. That's cool with me. Preferably brunette, kinda rocker kind of chick. Gotta dig my kind of music. Gotta get me. Gotta understand me. And she did, which fucking sucks. Cause there's plenty of other fish in the sea, they always say. But what about that one fish that you caught? And that was like the biggest fish that you ever caught. You're not gonna catch many fish like that again, are you? Nope. I mean, yes, you are, but not many. And it's even those you know, the chances of you getting bigger fish more often are way more likely than, you know, when it comes to the female people in the sea. Get it? I haven't swore too much this podcast, I don't think. I haven't been screaming, I haven't been yelling. It is late too, and I don't want to wake everybody up. But yeah, interesting. It's time to move on. And I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try. And I know I could, I just don't put effort into it because, like, literally, especially just for the last, like, you know, 2 years or a year, really, because there was, like, and that's the shittiest part, is that I did get over her. This is a shitty part, is I did get over her. I got over this girl, you know, and, like, things, like, there were certain times where just, you know, certain things would come up and it would be like, what the fuck? Just, I don't need it. I'm not airing, you know, because, you know, if you know my Facebook, I'm not airing. I don't want to air anything, you know, that you know, I respect her privacy, so I'm not gonna, you know, not that they're bad things or anything like that. It's just I'm not gonna get into it. I think you can just think, you know, like just certain things, you know, she might say or just anything like. I'll say what, like, you know, oh, remember how good things were at one point? It's like, yep. And then it's like, it gets my brain moving, like, wait a minute, is she hinting at something? Is she, like, and then, you know, and then, like, from that point forward, I haven't been able to get over her again. And it sucked. I always say that when that happened, it was, like, on my birthday, like, 2 years ago. I went over to her place, and it was like one of the better times that I'd spent with her in a while because, you know, she had the kid and everything, and so, you know, always taking care of the baby, so, you know, not just time for, which I don't care, I didn't mind at all, I love that kid. You know, I helped take care of him as much as I possibly could, and so there wasn't, like, much alone time or anything for us. And just, you know, just something that she said, like on that weekend that I stayed over at her apartment, just was like she was asking me, like, how I thought of her, and I was said, like, and because at this point I was like over her, like that way, and I didn't know what to say, like, so I said, you know, like my best friend in the entire world, and like a sister, so, which is not what she wanted to hear. And then my brain was moving more, that's not what she wanted to hear. What did she want to hear? Really? I hope, is that what she, and then, you know, and then, of course, the last time that I saw her before she went to California and didn't come back, she was supposed to come back, but she didn't come back, which I expected. I kind of expected that. Her mom was a little surprised that she stayed, but I wasn't shocked in the least bit. But, like, it sucked that there was that one time, and then I went back and I helped her move because she was moving to a different place, and it was right there. And that weekend was, like, terrible. That weekend was just awful. We were fighting. And sometimes, you know, sometimes we're just fighting, and just the moving of the things, like, she was very, very afraid that I was gonna fuck something up or break something, and I didn't break anything, and, the fucking douchebag who was moving with me just said terrible things that about me that never happened, never fucking happened, whatever. He was just a fucking perverted pedophile son of a bitch anyway. Technically, it's not pedophilia because she was 23 or whatever at the time, but really creepy. Really fucking creepy. And, yeah. That's it right there. That's love. That's love right now in my life. It's love for the last 2 years in my life right there. And perhaps it's sometimes it gets better, sometimes it gets worse. Today I woke up and I wanted to crumble. I just wanted to crumble. It's like she doesn't even, it seems like she doesn't even fucking want to talk to me right now. I haven't talked to her since like right after my birthday. I haven't talked to her in 2 months now. It's the longest that's the longest I've gone without talking to her since the last time she was mad at me. So she's obviously mad at me, which is just great. Just thinking about it makes me want to fucking... I hate it. I fucking hate love. I fucking hate it. I wish there was something that you could take to just get rid of that. Just... maybe I need some mushrooms or something. Just reset my brain. Or some acid. Just find some good hallucinogenic. Not to get fucked up. Because there's so much more to psychedelics than just getting fucked up. If you want to just get fucked up, you know, don't tarnish the good drugs like those. Because those drugs, like, are so enlightening. And can just, they just make you a better person. And like, you know, you can do acid or you could do mushrooms, or especially like DMT or something. And then that next day, you're gonna work out all your shit, everything that's bothering you. You're gonna work that shit out, and like the next day you can be like, wow, everything that was bothering me is, and you just have like a good peaceful, which was how everything should be, good peaceful feeling throughout your body, just throughout you know, your aura, the atmosphere. It's like, you know, things aren't so bad. Like, for me they aren't. For other people they are, and that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. That it's, for other people it's you know, it's shitty. I rambled a lot. That's the podcast, and I just wanted to get that out there. I needed to get it out of my head too. I needed to, like, I guess, talk about it. You know, this is the only thing I have to talk to right now. So yes, that is what I did. All right, tune in for the next podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Next podcast, or if I post this later, I might actually post this maybe. You might not see this till a month after it was fucking recorded. But whenever you see it, peace out. Have a good time. Keep watching the podcasts. And remember everything that I say. Get it? Peace out, fellas.